Well, so Ibu's going to have to work on that as well.
So much work, so much work.
So much work for Ibu. Okay, thank you, Laura. And thank you, Diane. Means a lot to me. All right, welcome everyone to our Wednesday classes at the Hoboken Public Library called Art with Liz. I am Liz. I am delighted to offer these classes, these very, I think, unique hybrid art classes. Thank you to the Hoboken Public Library for allowing us to be able to enjoy art here in person, and for those of you working at home, in the comfort of your own home studio. Welcome to those of you who are also watching on YouTube. We are in Pride Month, but also Caribbean History Month here in the United States. And we are going to look at a fascinating artist of Caribbean roots today. But he is, speaking of hybrid, this gentleman is quite a mix. His name is Albert Chang. He was born in 1958. He is of African, Jamaican, and Chinese descent. So he is a cultural melange, I guess, is a good word to use. And all of these cultural ancestries have influenced his work. We're going to jump right into a slideshow of his images, and we're going to talk about his work, share these pictures, and I am hoping that looking at his work is going to really pump up our creative juices for the art project that I have for us to do today. Laura, are we ready for me to share? No, you need to turn sharing on, please. And sharing is not turned on. Yes. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Laura is our wonderful tech genius here at the Hoboken Library. Folks at home, can I have a thumbs up if you can see, please? Yes. Okay. All right. So Albert Chang, born 1958, of African, Chinese, and Jamaican descent. Mr. Chang works across different media and has produced many photographs and installations and sculptures as well. He states that the purpose of much of his art is to, quote, this is a direct quote from Albert Chang. He states that his art is to represent and reanimate his family history. He has said that he uses his family heritage as, again, a quote, an alternative way of putting more out there that's about people of color, letting other stories be heard, other viewpoints. So he starts with his own family heritage and uses it as a way to open up viewers to the heritage of others. And here we go. So a lot of his work is photographic. He likes to make still lifes or installations that incorporate different aspects of his own heritage. and he frequently makes photographs of these installations. He was born in Kingston, Jamaica, again in 1958. His parents ran a grocery store. His father was a well-respected justice of the peace. In an LA article, his multicultural heritage is described as, quote, half Chinese and half Jamaican. He was raised Catholic, but has followed the religion Rastafari. Many people don't realize that Rastafari is a religion. So the folks sometimes that you see walking around with what we call dreadlocks practice a religion called Rastafari, and they lock their hair as a symbol of the religion they practice. Not everyone. So, for example, my husband has locks. He is not a Rastafari. So there are people all over the world who lock their hair. In India, there are people who have a religious practice who lock their hair, but they are not Rastafari. But in Jamaica and in Ethiopia, people who practice the religion Rastafari lock their hair. And all over the world, in fact.
What is that?
So, locking your hair is a means of twisting your hair so that it stays locked in strands that don't unwrap. It's a wrapping of your hair, wrapping and twisting your hair so that it's in long threads.
How long do you have to do that, like every day?
When your hair is growing, yes, you have to continually twist your hair to make it stay locked in place. Someone told me once that I could even do that with my hair. Never.
I wash. Very good wash.
Yes. So washing locked hair can be a challenge. So people do wash their hair, but
there's also dry shampoos.
some people use dry shampoos to wash locked hair. But
I don't know if you're gonna say that. But all it is, the closer to God, they'll be able to see that to raise up.
yes, yes, even, well, and I don't want to talk too much about Rastafari. I want to talk about art today, but long hair is present in many religions and cultures. The idea of cutting your hair being bad luck is present in many Judeo-Christian traditions as well. So the Sikh people also don't cut their hair. So we could go on about this all day long. No, of course you can ask questions, and I invite people to do more research about this. I just don't want to spend the entire time on this.
Yeah, it might be the Abrahamic religion influence out there.
So, yes, Ethiopia is also a fascinating country to study because it's one of the religious crossroads of the earth where Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, all of those religions took root. And Rastafari is, it's a religion, it's a political movement, all rolled into one. And there are a mixture of Islam and Christianity in Rastafari as well, although Christianity is a major part of Rastafari and the belief in Jesus Christ. But look it up. I don't want to talk about.
So it goes back to these images.
Yes, Ken.
When I looked them up the other day, I thought, This really is very reminiscent to me of spirit photography that was very popular in the 19th century amongst Europeans. It really has that kind of character. It has this misty, foggy, ghostly, smoky aspect to it.
Yes, so spiritualism in 19th century Europe and the United States was a movement where people really believed they could talk to the spirits of dead people. And the other influence that Mr. Chung had is Santeria, that he has, is Santeria. And Santeria is a religious practice widespread in the Caribbean and South America and Africa, which was created by African slaves living under Christian domination in the Caribbean. So Santeria is a whole nother influence, as well as Rastafari, on this artist. You notice the skull. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a skull sitting on the top of the chair in this photograph. Skulls are a big deal in the practice of Santeria. And you'll see in many of these photographs references to Santeria. So Santeria comes from African religious beliefs carried over by slaves to the Caribbean, mixed with Christian beliefs that were imposed on slaves in the Caribbean islands. All right. His father brought into his home Catholic priests as well as Santeria shamans, so he was exposed quite frequently to both practices in his childhood. All right, let's keep moving along. And I'm glad Ken brought up spiritualism, because on the right-hand side of this image, there is kind of a ghost. You can see the profile of a face, right, Diana? You can see it. You see the profile of a face, and it's actually blowing smoke onto the skull sitting on top of the chair. Yeah, so he did many of these chair installations. They are thrones. I believe he calls them thrones. Don't quote me on that, but I think I have more information on that later on in my notes. Let's keep going. There's another chair installation. Notice the photograph. I don't know if this is a personal ancestor of his, a personal family member, but he often refers to people that he's related to or other people of Chinese Caribbean ancestry in his work. He immigrated permanently to the United States in 1977. He first lived with his sisters in Brooklyn. He went to the School of Visual Arts in New York City from 1978 to 1981. And then in 81, he started exhibiting his work. In 88, his family moved to San Diego, where he went to the University of San Diego, University of California in San Diego. And there in 91, he received his Master of Fine Arts degree. So he has, an art background. So he's primarily a photographer, but as I mentioned before, he works across disciplines and uses a variety of media. And he does deal with mysticism, spirituality, race, and identity. I'm really drawn to this image. There's something about the bright white of this gentleman's clothing and the dark color of what I think must be a beehive.
Termites, I read about this.
Oh, it's a termite mound attached to this tree, and the dark color of this gentleman's skin, as well as the dark vines.
You can see all these vertical parallels with the earth.
Yeah, there's so many verticals and diagonals.
This arm that's vertical, the ivy that's trailing on the wall.
Yep. So many verticals, powerful diagonal of the white against the tree.
Termites are at the bottom.
No, on top of the tree, on the top right. You see the big black oval shape?
Yeah, the lights has to be a black thing over there. Okay.
That's a termite. Oh, see, you guys, it's so pixelated. It's terrible. Or maybe it's very pixelated when I get close to it. All right, moving right along. Another one of his chair installations. Thrones, they are thrones. So they're part of a throne series, black and white and color still lifes. They are performances in a way too, he says. He's assembling objects, and this is a quote, as a sacred ritual act, a gathering together of objects of power.
A white ball.
The white balls are some kind of tropical fruit, I think.
X.
What? No, I don't think they're eggs. I think they're a little too big to be eggs. I think they may be guavas that he's bleached out in the printing process.
Wow.
Yeah. He's bleached out the color. You can do that in the printing process, you know. You can lighten some of the objects.
I don't know too much about the religion, but I read this morning that they believe that God, spirit, is in them, in each person.
Mhm.
So as opposed to being transcendent in another world, it's actually interpenetrating us. So God is living within us. We just don't think about it or realize it. But that's the life, the vitality. So I wonder if the symbolism of the throne and enthroning these natural man-made objects somehow connects to that kind of idea.
Well, he is talking about the inherent value in images and objects.
Mm-hmm.
And in Rastafari, the I and the I are very important. So I don't know if that helps you.
Well, it's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, the chair is like a frame of objects. It gives them a presence that they don't necessarily have on.
Well, they're on a throne. So he's making the objects important just by nature of the fact that they're sitting on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So he does these portraits. I don't have a lot of information about them, but I do believe that these are mixed race Chinese Jamaican people in the portraits. The colors are beautiful. He makes the still lifes and then he photographs them. They could be relatives. That I'm not sure of either. Yes, are you reading about him? Yeah. They're called colored still lifes. So there's a clamshell behind her head. Again, the spiritualism, the Santeria, the animal skull, and then the ghostly appearance of the person's face. He does do these what are called diptychs frequently, where he has images side by side, two images side by side. It's beautiful, I think. Anybody else like, dislike? Diane, you're shaking your head. You like?
I saw a lot of his back in my photographs. It's really good.
Yeah, the face is hidden, right, Alice?
On the left, yeah.
Yeah.
I just,
The ghost.
oh.
You're welcome. That's a turtle shell, by the way, turned upside down. It's a turtle shell with some kind of animal skull, maybe a monkey. Are there monkeys in Jamaica? I don't think so, but it's some kind of animal shell. And then there's an exposure, like a double exposure of a man.
Looks like him.
I don't know. Could be a self-portrait. He did do a series of self-portraits called Eye Traits, which according to the LA Times are quote unquote named for the Rastafarian belief that the eye and the I, the self, are profoundly linked means of perception.
That's like almost too deep to talk about.
It's very deep. So Chang has been awarded many prestigious awards. In 92, he was awarded the Individual Artist Fellowship from the National Endowment for the Arts. That's huge. In 1998, he received a Guggenheim Fellowship, and the same year, he was awarded a Pollock Krasner Foundation grant. So he is a recognized artist, recognized for his skill and his genius. So this looks like some kind of document of government document, like a birth certificate, marriage certificate. There is a stamp with Queen Elizabeth's portrait on it. And some very beautiful flowers, maybe indigenous to Jamaica. I'm guessing they must be, or California.
I'm just thinking, looking at this, imagine if there was a society in which treating documents and memorabilia ancestral photos like this is normal. And they look at the way we treat our, diplomas, certificates.
Behind glass and in
They'll
frames.
think
And
we're very strange in our culture.
it's a contrast for sure.
It's a world away, so on the line.
Definitely a contrast, Ken.
So this is like, it's not past, it's not dead, it's not locked into a particular time. It's alive, it's still coming back in a new form. You don't think about it.
This is a living, breathing document. It is not.
About lives.
Yes, nice.
So the flowers are symbolic of past is alive in us. We just still think about that.
Nice. So I don't know, folks at home, Ken is alluding to the fact that this document is a living document because of the beautiful flowers on top, as opposed to the way we treat documents, framing them and putting them behind glass, cutting ourselves off from our past history and not celebrating it
Yeah.
as something living within us every day.
Like I've heard of Chinese elderly people say to younger people, your ancestors are not gone. They're alive in you. They're part of your blood.
So here is this man who is part Chinese. Maybe this is a reflection of his Chinese background. Or the Rasta.
Both.
Could be both together. So he has this incredible love for plants and has frequently done these beautiful still lifes that he photographs. So many of you here are enjoying this image. The colors against the black background are quite wonderful. This is also reminding me in Pride Month of the great Robert Mapplethorpe, whom we've looked at and talked about quite a bit. In fact, I think he was one of our focus artists last year during Pride Month. He's somebody to look up. He does extraordinary photographs of flowers.
This makes me think of natural geometry.
Right.
I was reading a couple of days ago, there was a study that came out about scientific writings throughout history around the world. And the researchers found that the scientific writings fell into three main groups: the human, the natural, and abstract. And that's how the scientists tend to sort themselves out in terms of focus. But like in part like this guy, I'm saying, okay, there's an abstract element that's very strong in this.
Absolutely.
Spirit like photographs. But there's also that human element. And there's the natural world. It's really integrating all these things.
It's a combo of all three ways of looking at science and nature. I agree. All right, I'm going to cut to the chase now so that we can get to our own art. Here he's arranged objects that must have significance, probably all of his Rastafari, Santeria, memory, heritage work. These are all pretty much metal objects. There are some feathers here. It's amazing composition, great texture, darks and lights. Another one of his beautiful portraits. Another one of his still lifes that he's photographed. This is definitely, for me, referential to Santeria, collecting of objects for some kind of ceremony. It feels very ceremonial to me. It's got that feeling of gifts to the gods, the empty bottle of alcohol, the fruits. It must be a very tiny piece because those are raspberries surrounding the animal skulls. Maybe those are like lizard skulls or some kind of small mammal. Little tiny shells and seeds scattered around feathers. It's very cool. I love this one. All right, so that is our final slide. Any other comments or thoughts about Albert Chang's work? Different, maybe challenging to look at? All right, so for today, I have several options. You may, first of all, create your own memorabilia still life. Those of you who read my email, I invited you to bring in your own photographs or objects that remind you of past family events or times. You can create your own still life and copy and draw or paint the still life. You may create a collage. Those of you who are here, I brought in papers of different types, magazine paper. There's some of that gold paper left. Some of the origami paper is left, but not a whole lot. Colored construction paper. There's scissors, there's glue. I brought in the acrylic markers. There are soft pastels and Conte crayons. So you can do a mixed media work as well. And finally, you can create a still life, your own little mini installation kind of throne piece, and do a series of photographs. Move your objects around and do a photo collection using your cell phone. Maybe you'll create a photograph that you like so much that you want to print it out. Photography is an art form. When you create the still life, think about light and dark. Think about how your shapes are working together. Think about all the elements of art that you think about when you make a drawing or a painting, because they hold true in photography as well as in painting and drawing. Any questions about all of those options you have for creating art today? All right, those of you who are here, you can start getting your supplies. While you're doing that, I'm going to be putting a picture of Mr. Chang's work up on the big screen. That's the final option for everyone. You can copy an image of his work in whatever media you choose. Let's go to work. Let's go to the videotape.
No, it's like a- But my uncle was in Paris, and this is a German street, and this. You can see, it's a castle. It was a castle in. It's in France, it's in France. And I went to the library and copied this.
How are we feeling today? Do we want a challenging image up on the big screen, or do you want the image of the one you all liked up on the screen?
Shining, the one with the black background,
Yeah.
I would like that, I'm looking for it actually.
All right. Well, Esty spoke first. Sorry,
Who spoke second?
Jen. So, you know, we're going to divide the class in half. I'm going to put the challenging one up first, and then I'll put the other one up. I'm about to put it up. You're going to see. If you hate it, we'll change immediately.
I think the dark that enough, but I just found it online. Let me come up. I'm holding up the phone.
All right. So here's the first image we're putting up on the big screen.
Yeah, when it's booked, right?
It's 11:13 at, we'll keep this up for 30 minutes, and then I'll change to the other picture. Fair?
Yes.
Thank you. Those of you at home who didn't read my email, now's your chance to start looking for stuff.
Are you kidding?
What? Is it scary?
Yes.
Okay, you don't want to mess it. Yeah, even English says don't mess this.
Well, I like that. Take it there, like. I was grateful that I just finished the phone and kind of said, "Hey, what's up?" Just got it off, you know, it's over. Like the person who was talking, "Oh, Brian, this is the background." And I was running away. So I became so weird.
It's in the base. Yes, but it's I'm done.
Right, because I could look from that, and I could put it.
I sent an image of your. Yeah. I like them. Look at that.
Always, you know, the good one.
If they.
I'm not completing it because I left the most. Contained,
You should took it out.
yeah. Oh.
Got a lot of stuff, there's a lot of choices.
Right.
I like the space to work with it if you can. That's nice.
I'm 35, never my grandma. I don't have a thing like that. She was soon. And so. Great.
My poor grandmother, all I remember about was.
Wow, well, she's probably, oh my God.
She was all. Now I know, and I know then, but it's really old, I would have been way worse than I did.
She was like, she was like, I don't know, stuff, my mother's, words yet, but he had, well, I don't have a pack every year here, but God bless cat, but there's a Swedish devil cat, you know, swing out of them and stuff like that.
I just love the cats and the fish they bring up.
No, it's just no pressure. It's personality. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your heritage is sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna put.
Is next week July?
No, wait.
No, so we have one more week in June.
Next week.
Well, if it's hot and there's no air conditioning here, then it may be canceled. Which is unfortunate. No. I mean, I could talk to Laura about doing the whole thing Zoom. I don't know. We used to, during COVID, the classes were Zoom.
Yeah.
And then I would create a movie and then the library would show the movie. That was a nightmare when I had to make the movies. My husband was the filmmaker and we would fight. It would cause a lot of stress. Oh, folks who are here, I meant to ask, use the cups sparingly. I forgot to bring cups. So those are the only cups the library has. So those are the staff members' drinking cups. Did everybody hear me?
Yes.
So when you use the glue, 1 cup per person, maybe you guys could share a cup of the glue.
You need more cups, please?
No, I mean, it's some staff members.
You said that, anyone who knows you,
Misunderstood, don't worry about it.
This is very close to our big dad. Big mom.
Liz. Liz.
Are you coming up? Oh, share.
It's one of the explanation.
Right.
Was. And I show it. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right, well, let's we're excited. Can't wait. I think. No. I would love to. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't make it, but I want to keep it down to my right?
You want to put that one?
That's.
You got it. And you can breathe next week.
Yeah, that's all.
We'll take a picture of it.
You can send it today.
Yeah. No, I am terrible with the fever. Well, now I just see. I'm terrible.
I love.
I'm not on computer. Yeah.
I have that. I brought like, yeah, one of those, like, used with another project. Just love the color. Just. I love gold, the Italian. I love, a lot of gold.
Me too, I have all pizza.
You never have enough. Yeah, I actually like more than this thing. We're all. I started this year.
These three American those yeah. We found a good set, so.
Yeah. That's a big route. Yeah.
It's two. Yeah, it's two. You just be here. The luggage is the one who's closer. You should put it. It's going to become a bird watching habit. I think that's gonna be my new phase. I think I need to go to the next bird watching event. I think it's because our air is cleaner. Number one. And also, Central Park is a bird, like, I love this, me, I have the bird goes there at some point.
It's a pretty diverse, environment.
Even the birds in it are.
I will learn something about 2 years ago, he was like a celebrity. Is it an owl?
Yes.
Yeah, I forget the name. Unfortunately, that guy. It was big, and they did it. It was in the movie. Yeah.
So Lauren's in the house. Lauren, how you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're well.
We're celebrating our birthdays together.
Hi,
So
happy
you're
art
on the
day, everyone.
beach? Are you doing art on the beach? Look at you. All right. Life doesn't get any better
We're
than
in we're in Wildwood. We're up the block from the beach, but can I tell you, stay here because there is a homemade ice cream shop right across the street. I couldn't ask for more.
it does get better than what I was imagining. Oh, enjoy. What's the best flavor there?
We don't know yet. We're gonna go today. We got here last night.
Oh, awesome. All right.
It's
Happy
just yeah.
birthday.
Thank you. We're the
Well,
birthday girls. Happy birthday. I've got to say, I love his photography, and I don't know if he printed it. And is this digital or did he paint the colors in?
You know, that's a good question. Let's look it up. You of all the people,
I put the link in the
you have
chat.
to meet our new friend, artist Lindsay. You and she are my best researchers.
You're only researching.
Well, thank you. That comes from
They
a.
keep talking about his photographs. So I'm thinking he does a lot of darkroom work.
He must. I miss having a dark room. It's the best.
You and me both.
Photos.
You know, someone looked at me like totally wild because I asked if they still printed photos. It was like a Rite Aid or something. And they're looking at me like, I don't even know what that is. I'm like, that's the machine right over there. Does this operate? They're like, no, we don't do that.
Well, they don't know what they're missing.
Right?
Right.
I'm gonna build a dark room when I get the space together.
Good. I want to come visit it when you do. Let me know.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got a Me Too here.
I even have some 35.
Awesome. Film? You still have film. Okay. Awesome. This particular image that's on the screen now, I'm pretty sure it's an old photograph that he's used. So I think this is a picture of a picture because it's sepia and it's damaged. You can see the wrinkles and the damage. There's some kind of tear. So this is a very old photograph that he's used as part
I
of
love sepia
collage.
tone.
Yeah.
So beautiful. You know, it's hard to see with the sunglasses.
Yeah, it is. So you're
It's
looking
just
at
beautiful.
a digital image of a photograph of a photograph.
I also really like when you have two portraits. They could be unrelated or not, but
I love his diptych work. Yeah. The way they're unrelated and yet they work so beautifully together.
I feel like his photos just jump off the page, and it's not just the color, it's just like it's like a living and breathing memory, just like the altars. It's very cool.
Yes. Yeah, the living, breathing memory seems to be a theme for today. And I think that that is this artist, one of his goals is to bring these memories alive and to remind us that the past is now, now is part of the past, and vice versa.
I think it's also interesting from a memory point of view. Our memories are usually kind of spotty. So I love that he's thrown the color in there, and it's just kind of like you remember some things very vividly and bright, and then other things are kind of foggy, but it is still a beautiful memory. And I really like how he's done that here.
Awesome. So some memories are clear, some are foggy, both are good.
Absolutely.
Terrific. A lot of great commentary today. Folks don't realize you help me with your thoughts and ideas, as well as helping yourselves. This is all good cognitive work. Those of us with,
Let me mute this.
dare I say, aging minds. Well, that's what people do. They took family photos and they made that postcard. Wow. I'm not sure anyone.
No, that one not.
Is this your family?
The guy in the man in the front is the hair, that's my grandpa. Yeah. They all have hair. Yeah, but I need to move the big hair.
Oh,
With the cigarette. Well, we had to be about 15 here, so. You know, it was somebody who can move one. 1898. This was where it came from. So like I said, here's this photo. In the background, the name, here's a what's this? And that's the same thing we had for company name. So that's why I went for the last.
and you've been back. You've been back. That's
No,
what
no,
you
no, no,
said.
my best golf presentations there every week. They have like a mud beds, they're beautiful. She thinks she can.
Are you getting gold back?
So, when I am all the field now, I feel like it's going to really, it's, especially when people really. Yes,
I mean, go there to live.
well, we're actually in the option. There's one seat to really the water, terrace, if you can see this in the bathroom. They paid $11,000 and she's on this, but. 1963. Actually, when she was still this church, she was. This is basically. It's a fisherman.
Right. So Ishka is not just little island. It's the coastal part.
I guess it's the coastal part. Like a fishing village. But it's off the island of Naples, Florida and Capri. It's things for markets and Naples water. And it's big. Yeah.
Love.
No, 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 no. I really want to cut that up.
No, no.
Don't fight.
I got something in the mail yesterday. That was something out, talk. Okay.
Yeah, talk.
And I decided to look into it. Put it too nice. Yeah. Because I still, my life dreams of sorry, I never dreams of sorry. Not with this one. Yeah, it's a bee. So, I got it. Well, that I don't think they most everything okay is
What's the,
they got the people there, they bring out to this. I show you one here. Yeah. My way, my grandfather's brother, I've been quiet still. It was the initial thing for me. That's this fine. This has. I have a friend who was very news. He was on my email to get that printed out. I wanted to incorporate it in this garage. But of course, it was.
well, just show us.
Yeah, but I'm not completely.
Yeah.
Because I'm not frustrated.
You don't have.
Can you print pictures here upstairs?
No, I only did my library. I didn't do my library.
Yes.
Oh, you mean real fuck?
Well, like even like just a photograph onto paper.
Yes. Yeah.
The makerspace.
Yeah, yes, Sasha.
Yeah, we go up to-
Poster size.
That's right.
Oh, sure, not so much. Well, you know what? Talking about what he does, so we.
Oh, yeah. I went up one day and lost it. Several people are really no, he really, he showed me everything. Showed me everything, showed me.
Life.
I took. Semi.
I like it the way it is. I wouldn't go to all that trouble. I love it just the way it is.
Do you want me to change to that other picture? No, no one's even looking at the picture on the base. You're all going in your own direction. I love this group. Oh yeah, Judy, very cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like this. Yeah. Really like it. And I'm not sure how to work it. But cut it out. I would cut all the white. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would cut all the white.
Fifth, okay. Tu Wong, thanks for everything.
Oh, yeah, the guy that passed away? Yeah.
Patrick
Patrick
Swayze,
Swayze, okay.
yeah,
When is it, the 21?
the 25th, year A. During the summer, on Wednesday nights in Hoboken, they have the movies.
Okay, no, I think.
And
I thought you meant him.
on that night, Laura's LGBTQ for,
Nice.
they're showing that movie.
Yeah, oh, nice. I couldn't even have moved by.
Wow, that's wild. No, I got a good. You know, I haven't took from my grandmother.
So here's a suggestion, take a picture. Well, that's fine. Take a picture of it so you remember where things are. And even then.
I lived with my grandson. My boy.
Really?
Yeah, she know like my son.
You know, like, also to remember.
I even have very much notes.
I would just.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like.
Alice slam dunk. Really?
Folks at home are still good? Who's in? Susan, I bet you love this guy. Just guessing. Ah.
Yeah. She was a deep. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Well, they gave me copies, so they're my friends. Obviously, they wouldn't. No, they were, that's why I was, that's why I was. Well, they told me. I avoided, I avoided. Oh. Still a little green. Yeah, I picked it up. But it was the big stallion. It's not yeah. actually have color portraits on the record. Yeah, sort of covering. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. And actually, I don't think I'm going to the 5-year-olds. My sinus is.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It's
It's, for some reason, all of a sudden, it's a bad allergy day.
Yeah, this year too.
I'm supposed to go to a protest tonight, but I'm thinking I'm not gonna make it.
It's not very good.
Protest in Bayonne.
Where they protesting something.
The expansion of the turnpike, which I'm very much against.
Yeah.
I think it's such a dumb idea. It creates so much air pollution.
Why extend the turnpike and then not extend the road?
Oh, we lost the birthday girls. They didn't even say goodbye. We don't have to clean up quite yet, but if you are cleaning up, it's fine. Tape, no. You could ask Laura, she might have some tape. But I do not have any tape. Yeah, that's a shame.
I picked up the silver. Oh, okay, yeah. You can have it. All right. Have a good week, sure. Yeah. Oh. One, they have a folder. I thought this, I'll show you. Maybe it is. I stay quiet for once. This is one place. Yeah, it's a rabbit. Yes. So I just copied that photograph. I like that photograph.
We have about 5 minutes till cleanup.
Background. This is purple, I think, but yeah, close. Look at that. I have this, which is a little red, but can I have it back? No.
Yes.
They can't do it right there. So remind me, I remember. I think it was. Yeah.
No, I'm not. Thank you.
That's fine.
This was my mom. My mom was that's in. Yes, that's what it's happening. But I'm gonna. There's a parent.
The number, so let's call. What was the call?
It's 201. Six, five. Nine.
Yes, could I recap, please, the public library? And I'm going to five.
No, we're at five.
At five Central Park.
Okay, thank you. We're all the same thing. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's 20 minutes. I'm so. I hope it didn't suck down now, Liz. The signs. That's what I love. Yes, there's some. No, I'm there. Well, that's pretty wise.
Guys, look up. Alice has to go early. Check this out. Amazing, right? Glitters. They glitter. It's not good.
Alex, you're so funny.
Okay, it's very. I said it glitter. Okay, it's important.
That's all.
You really understood the assignment. I love it.
Great.
Big little when you get home.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish
Alex,
this
that's the
at home.
expression. All that glitters is.
And Diana, yeah, bring it back next week. We want to see it.
If I come this week-
Well, if it's 100 degrees and there's no AC, the library will not be open, right?
Right, but I'm not traveling plus either. We'll see how the weather continues. I'm not gonna-
Yes.
Weather continues.
I predict the AC will be fixed by then.
Yeah. It's 2025. It's just like no excuse. If it's not, somebody should be at home.
Well, there may be a part that's difficult to get. So I wouldn't condemn anybody.
Count in 5 seconds.
Pardon me?
You can get anything to look down. I know. You're being too nice.
That's true.
I don't know. It's difficult to get stuff from China these days.
Good.
Not if it's a part to your air conditioner. It's
Exactly.
not good.
I'm just thinking about all the plastic.
That's true. All right, it is time to clean up, folks. So if you have not done so already, please do clean up. Now, several of you have to leave early. That's quite all right. Life is important. You've got stuff to do. Those of you who do want to share your work, hang around. Well, we only have Susan left. I'm assuming she does want to share. I will check on it for a moment.
Like, look at my portrait.
That's my
I mean, it's a very long day. Trying to go with that.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So.
I think she- I think she was like 50. Probably like.
Yeah, she looks like my mother, not my grandma.
Well, this was.
My grandma was almost stayed.
This was before.
Awesome.
May I just ask if this is an interpretation of the two different addresses? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
She's watching Outlet. Yeah. I love, you know what I watch that show? Yeah, I try to watch it. The eyes.
I love it, Sally, but yeah.
It's a show on. It's on TV, one of those channels that said it was
Eileen, sorry, we gotta clean up. Excuse me, I'm delighted you're so engaged in what you're doing. So another minute or two and we will share. Susan, I'm hoping you want to share. Yes. Okay, good. Sorry, suddenly I've developed the hiccups.
But yeah, there's always those good for children. I just saw it. Just like the way it looks.
I don't know if everyone heard that. There's no Tai Chi tomorrow. Jen, you're all cleaned up. Sally, whew. You must clean up. Who is the artist?
No, but who is the artist?
They started this, I think he's favorite sculptor. This is because I have a thing I've worked on for like a year. And it's my fingers. Keeping my third eye on the prize. In honor of the yoga right? But I've just decided that what it needs is a bigger face.
That's definitely.
So I think I'm gonna be looking for the right one.
Yeah.
And I might think for help. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. We'll see. See, I've been using like my little. I use the little.
I was going natural for the day. You gotta be. Right, one more minute, and then we're gonna share, so. That's good. That's good. Yes, yes, yes. Stallion and Ranks. No, no, no. No, I'm not saying later.
So you created your own. But you have to clean up. All right, Susan, I'm gonna let you share first because no one else here is cleaning. I'm giving up. Folks who are here, Susan is gonna be first to share. She's at home. So we need to stop the conversation. Shh, shh, shh. We're looking at the big screen. Wow.
That's some stuff I had in the house, some bones that I had for many years. I think could be a dog head bone. I don't know. I got it in the
It's a big
70s.
screen.
What?
I'm telling people to look at your work.
Oh, okay. This is the drawing that I did today. And I also have a photograph that I took from my bedroom. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's a little hard to see.
Yeah, that one's very hard for me to see. Other people seem to be able to see it. Can you send me that as a JPEG?
Yes, I will send it to you.
Okay, cool.
What it is a steer head in my bedroom. And I laid down in the bed and I got a really nice view of it. There it is. You could see it a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. So I will send that to you.
Okay, thanks. Love the drawing, love the photograph.
Thank you.
Sally, I'm gonna let you go next because it really fits with Susan's image, what you're doing. So come on up, Sally. what you're doing really fits with what Susan just showed us. Look at
Oh, that's beautiful.
No,
That's
fin-
Sally,
You-
what made you decide to do a bull?
bull. Where's the bull? Oh,
Why did you do a bull, Sal?
I think this Wall Street some call. I
What?
like Wall Street. There's call.
It's the Wall Street bull. Yes, I know that. But why did you pick it?
I like animal.
Ah, that's a beautiful drawing.
Really? Terrific. Drawing. Well done. I want suggestion. Grab the chin. Maybe use the dark color like you did around the outside of the bull.
Okay.
Shows a lot of emotion.
Here, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good drawing. Nice colors.
Beautiful.
Oh, you, Robin Bonnet, do you have time to share? Or do you have to just go? Robin, and then Diane, do you want to share your work in progress?
Work in progress.
You'll be right after Robin.
I was doing my heritage is Scottish. And this is my grandmother, and she used to hook rugs for all the family, and they were all over her house. So I'm just giving this as a homage to her.
It's lovely.
It's beautiful.
The resemblance is strong.
Yes.
You look a lot like your grandma.
Well, I'm not so sure this Scottish. Not sure that this looks exactly like her, but it's an homage to her. So
Wonderful.
thank you, guys.
Love the crown of flowers. All right, Diane, both girls. And after Gage, do you want to go after? Yeah. You're gonna share. Okay, they seem to be in a hurry. Sorry.
Well, I wore my Ishia t-shirt. Wait a minute.
Go more in the middle.
Okay.
Ishia, that's
Right.
where.
My
Diane
family
from.
came from Ishia, which is, this is just a work in progress. I'm gonna add, so I have some glitter paint and gold, but it's the heritage, my grandma, grandpa, my mom, and my aunt. There's a castle in Ishia, which is now like a resort, very pricey, but that's where they came from. And there's a picture on the bottom of them standing there in 1939, right before the war broke out. They got back to the States.
Mm.
They were vacationing there. But my grandma always used to wanted to take me there. And of course, I didn't want to leave school. Now I could kick myself.
Mm.
In progress. And I tried to stick with the sepia theme. Thank you.
Very
for-
nice. Very nice.
There's a lot of 3D stuff. You said glitter. And
Yeah, I have glitter paint. I have copper ribbon. Just gonna wing it. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. All right, this is Gage. Show us what you got. Little higher.
Oh my god, I can't. I made some origami.
Oh,
It is-
oh, go to the
What?
middle.
You want to do? Oh, no.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Lovely.
You're really good at this. Oh, well done, Gage.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
Gage also did drawings of these sculptures that he made.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't like.
Which are also, he's not happy with them, but I think they're awesome.
Very nice. The other one, that's cute, Dave.
Terrific. Wow.
Like all artists, Gage is working on his drawing work.
I meant to send it to my teacher and I sent them to you.
He has high expectations. Alice, are you gonna share? Well done, Gage.
Mm, wow. Fantastic.
From a photograph.
Mm.
And I've been looking at lighting lately. You know, lighting and something other than a straight on portrait.
Wow.
So you're working on honing your skills with dark and light, working on profile. Thank you, Alice. Well done. Beautiful. Really? Yeah, she's a wonderful mom too. Mom's other great skills.
I'm going to the thrift store because I'm standing here.
Which thrift store?
Only do you want to share? Where? Diana, you want to even ask me? Active.
I want to make skirt.
Beautiful beginning, you sure?
Have to be, and I'm looking for a piece to put in
Look at
the
the bait.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a different wash. For $1.
Did you $3 there?
I'm gonna get a dark wash. That's
You're gonna share.
And then
Not
I'm gonna-
finished.
All right, here comes Jen.
I chose to copy Albert Chang's photograph.
Tom.
Chung photograph, the robin and the feather. And I'm still working on it.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you. That was my inspiration, and I did this in chalk,
Beautiful.
so I'm still working on it. Keep you guys posted. Keep you posted, Sue. All you guys.
Ken, would you like to?
All right. So I wasn't that prepared today. I didn't bring any photos or anything. So I looked at the magazine clippings and the papers back there, and I found a article title, and the title is "In Search of Lost Time."
Mm.
And I thought that would be a nice theme that goes along with this thing about thinking about the past. And then I found the whatever this is, go foil, or
Mm,
that you can, it might be rub off
that's nice.
oil or something, because they were all scratched up. And I thought,
Mm,
I want to obscure the headline and
Oh.
make it a little bit hard to read, to be symbolic of how memory tends to fade, and then it acquires this kind of this tone to it that makes it, not an accurate reflection of the past, but maybe expressing a deeper truth than what the facts were. And then Liz suggested I put some twine or something around it. But we
yeah,
don't have that, so I just grabbed some paper towels. and
very
twist
cool.
to resemble twine. So it's still a work in progress, and maybe I should add some three-dimensional objects, around it or something.
Very cool.
Keep
Oh, yeah.
working on it. And if
What do you find intriguing?
are willing to do that
Yeah.
when you're done. I love the layering.
Uh-huh.
Love
Mm,
scratch most of the metallic stuff off.
Yeah, I might need to scratch it.
So
Okay, thank you.
we're headed in an important direction. It's in search of men.
In search of lost.
You're gonna have a great week. Let's stay cool, right? We're gonna have triple digits.
wow. Wow, that's powerful. It's gorgeous. Looks like mosaic. Fantastic.
Mosaic.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
And the swan is about your love of animals, you told me?
Yes.
That is tremendous. Wow.
No, it's not.
No.
It's just I recently saw one.
So what?
I recently saw one. So,
Recently saw a swan.
yes. So I thought, why not?
I knew
Yeah.
That could be, I would love that.
That's stunning.
Thank you.
Wow,
It's solid color shades.
Me too.
It's
beautiful.
composition very strong. Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, and everybody Saturday up at, Pure is International Day of Yoga, so from, I believe 11 a.m. to 6, they're gonna have free yoga classes up there all day.
You're right.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
So.
Yes, you can.
And you should go.
Let's share.
I want to go see, which one?
Let's give Tamara her chance to share, please.
Yes, I'm sorry.
And then you have very quickly.
Oh,
Very nice.
gorgeous. Tamara, it's stunning. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. I love it.
Thank you.
And memory installation.
It's magnificent.
I love your flower.
Beautiful job. All right. Really a tribute to your creativity today, everyone. Magnificent. I will see you all next week. And we need to get out of here, folks. So there's another coming in at 1. And it is now 12:35. Take care, everyone. Goodbye, Art on. And I will see everyone for Art with Liz next week.
Thanks, Liz.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.